Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In this video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a Lakers fan. The Lakers just traded for Russell Westbrook, and with them losing a lot of their roster pieces, they now have to target the perfect free agents that would fit the new team. For this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 point guards that I believe the Lakers must target when it comes to free agency and would simply fill out the roster behind LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. So if you're a Lakers fan and you want to know more, let's get into it. The Lakers right now technically have 2 point guards. They have Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. For the most part, I do believe these 2 superstars are going to control the rock for the majority of the game. So when talking about signing a point guard, the point guard only has to play a minimal role. As I make this video, the Lakers only have 5 players currently on their roster. They have Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Alfonso McKinney, and Marc Gasol, and with them needing 10 more players in free agency to fill out their roster for a 15-man team, I would not be surprised if the Lakers sign at least 2 of the players I'm listing today. I do want to quickly say this though, a lot of Lakers fans want Spencer Dinwiddie. But after trading for Russell Westbrook, the Lakers have absolutely no money to offer any player that wants a pretty good contract. The only contracts they can offer now are veteran minimum deals. I would have loved to see Spencer Dinwiddie on the Lakers, especially if they didn't sign Dennis Schroeder, but after making this big blockbuster deal, the Lakers now have to surge deep in free agency and not just get the best point guards available. For this video, I got 5 free agents that I believe would be perfect on the Lakers' new look roster. The first point guard on this list is talking about Austin Rivers, and he's one of my favorite targets when it comes to off the bench scoring and of course, a mini spark plug. When talking about this year, Austin Rivers kind of turned his career around. When Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets got injured, the Nuggets signed Austin Rivers to an end-of-the-year contract, and he definitely stepped up and was a big reason why they went to the second round of the playoffs and even beat Damian Lillard in the first round. What I love the most about Austin Rivers is he knows his role. Ever since being on the Clippers, the Houston Rockets, and of course the Denver Nuggets, he knows he's not a star anymore. I believe he's a perfect point guard off the bench to any championship team when they want somebody really focused. Austin Rivers is a pretty good 3-point shooter, 37% this season, but what's special about Austin is his ability to be versatile. He can play on the ball or off the ball, and more importantly, he has a killer crossover. Some cons to Austin Rivers though is he could be a streaky shooter. He's not as consistent we would love to see, but I do believe his pros outweighs his cons. I do believe right now Austin Rivers is the perfect veterans minimum contract player. The next point guard on this list is Jeff Teague of the Milwaukee Bucks, and I believe he's a perfect option when it comes to an NBA veteran bringing in a lot of experience. Of course, LeBron James and Russell Westbrook are experienced NBA point guards, but having a third solid point guard wouldn't be a bad idea as well, especially at a cheap price. Right now, Jeff Teague is 33 years old, and he just won the NBA championship with the Bucks. And if you watch that Bucks series, Jeff Teague was the perfect role player off the bench. With Jeff Teague's ability to finish, play make, and more importantly catch and shoot, I believe he's perfect around Russell Westbrook and LeBron, as this season he shot a total of 44% behind a 3-point line, but only attempted 1.5 per game. I'm not saying sign Jeff Teague and play him plus 20 minutes, I'm saying play him 10 to 15, and I do believe in the 10 to 15 minutes, he's going to be impactful, and it just gives the Lakers more options when it comes to Russell Westbrook and LeBron maybe resting a little bit more, and especially on those ball handling duties. I prefer Austin Rivers over Jeff Teague, but Jeff Teague wouldn't be a bad idea as well. But with him just winning the NBA championship, I wouldn't be surprised if he stays with the Bucks. The next free agent on this list is talking about Patrick Mills. Patty Mills, previously of the San Antonio Spurs. Patty Mills spent the majority of his NBA career with San Antonio. When talking about this season, Patty's going to be a UFA. And with him being one of the most respected and one of the best 3-point shooters at the point guard position in the NBA, the Lakers will love his addition. Ever since 2016, Patty Mills has averaged more than 2 3-pointers a game. And with Patty Mills getting used to taking plus 5 shots per game behind the arc, the Lakers need someone like that, especially if Russell Westbrook isn't known to be a 3-point shooter. For his career, he's a 40% 3-point shooter, and I do believe on those sets where Russell Westbrook sits, LeBron would have a great option at the point guard, especially when it comes to floor spacing and a reliable 3-point shooter. Last year for the Spurs off the bench, he played about 20 minutes per game and averaged about 11 points. And I believe if the Lakers give him 15 to 20 minutes, he'll do the exact same thing. He's a high volume scorer, and because he's 33 years old, he brings a lot of veteran experience. If the Lakers want pure 3-point shooting, especially at the backup point guard, Patty Mills, in my opinion, is the best option. The next point guard on this list is talking about Lou Will of the Atlanta Hawks, and I believe he's one of the best all-around point guards if the Lakers want simply an all-around offensive monster. Lou Will is one of those players that simply, if you want an NBA bucket, he's gonna give it to you. And with him being a previous Los Angeles Laker, a reunion wouldn't be a bad idea. Lou Will is known to be one of the best off-the-bench scorers in the NBA, but the question is, would Lou Will take a veteran's minimum contract? Lou Will got traded last year from the Clippers to the Hawks, and from what Lou Will is saying, he wants to stay in Atlanta. But in my opinion, with Lou Will having 0 NBA championships, maybe playing for a real contender, now like the Lakers, will be better than playing for a developing championship team like the Hawks. Don't get me wrong, the Hawks are getting better, but come on, imagine Lou Will off the bench for Russell Westbrook and to play alongside LeBron James. They would have 3 ball handlers that can score at an efficient rate. Sweet Lou in LA, what do you guys think about that? And the last point guard on this list is talking about Alex Caruso, and that's the Lakers bringing back a Lakers favorite. Alex Caruso is 27 years old and has been a part of the Lakers over the past few seasons. And with Caruso being trusted by LeBron James, the NBA coaches, and of course the Lakers front office, I wouldn't be surprised if a reunion happens. Caruso is coming off a $2.7 million contract, so the question is, would Alex Caruso actually re-sign again for a contract that's similar to last year? From what we are hearing, a lot of NBA teams have interest in Alex Caruso, so if Caruso wants financial stability, he might actually leave the Lakers. In my opinion though, I do believe bringing him back is a top priority. He knows the sets, he could even start at the shooting guard beside Russell Westbrook at point guard, and more importantly, kind of be a KCP type player, play defense, and simply be a high volume shooter. Caruso is proving to us he can knock down shots, especially in high intense situations. Caruso is a very versatile combo guard, he can play defense, he's great off the ball, and more importantly, he's a team player, a great one, a great playmaker as well. Every single point guard I mentioned today is a great target, but I believe bringing back Caruso is a top priority for the Lakers, especially at their backup point guard position. So yes guys, this wraps up my video today talking about the Lakers and them signing 5 point guards after the Russell Westbrook trade. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe these point guards are great targets, or do you believe there is another one I have not mentioned? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!